So let's start off with not at the beginning. Let's start towards the back
really
end. The semifinals. Let's go Peach Bowl first. LSU and Oklahoma. There you see it, December 28th. That's the first game of the doubleheader for the semifinals. When you look at this game, obviously everybody's talking about the offenses. The high over/under. That's up there, and everybody. Burrow's the Heisman Trophy winner. Hurts came in second. He's the quarterback for Oklahoma. What sticks out to you when you're looking at this game?
Yeah, I think obviously it's some of that as well. I like to look at what LSU has done against Jalen in the past as well. You look at the two games at Alabama, one he faced Dave Aranda's defense, under 50% completions. I think that's a problem. And I want to know as well, what was the best pass offense that Oklahoma faced this year? Was it maybe Iowa State in terms of expected points? And you saw Brock Purdy in that game, 5 touchdown passes, 9 yards an attempt. This is an entirely different animal against a team that has been dominant and so efficient. Burrow thinks so quickly and makes great decisions. I don't know if this is quite going to be 28-0, 17 minutes in, like it was last year against Alabama, where the Sooners ultimately got the backdoor cover. But I have a hard time thinking this is going to be a one-possession game late.
Yeah, I look at this with the public and all the money that's come out. And you talk about the line moving the way it has, as LSU grows as a favorite in this game. I look at Lincoln Riley with this amount of time to prepare, okay, and it's kind of the same thing as it was in the Orange Bowl last year. They came in against an offense in Alabama and Tua that everybody just talked about that. Oklahoma's going to be lucky to hang around. Yeah, they got blitzed. What was it, 28-0, to start the game, and then they got back. They got in it. It got hairy a little bit in the second half. And Oklahoma ends up covering the game. So I don't like the pick a lot, but I would think I have to lean towards Oklahoma getting all those points and knowing how good Lincoln Riley is as an offensive play caller. I'll do that, and I'll take the Sooners, with those points right now. So that's how I feel. Like I said, I don't love it, but that's the way I would lean. When we go to the nightcap, you'll be in the truck,
Right, can't wait.
Yelling Herb Street stuff in his ear, no expletives, all right, stuff like that. We don't need that. I'll be on the sidelines doing that. Van Pelt Sports Center will be on after this one. This is the game everybody wanted, except, I think, for Ohio State fans and Clemson fans. They were all hoping to be that one seed or be opposite of these two, of each other. And now we have it in the Fiesta Bowl. And two things stick out to me. We were on the sidelines for the Big Ten title game, and we got to see that the Ohio State secondary. And when I watched them, I was impressed. They're a great unit, and that defense as a whole is good, led by Chase Young, obviously. But when I think about that secondary matching up against those men that are Clemson wide receivers, that sticks out to me as what could be the saying and of who wins this game. What do you look at?
I think that's a fascinating matchup, how Ross and Higgins are going to match up against Wade and Akuda and those guys on the perimeter. I don't see a whole lot of high success rate for the receivers there, but I think you're going to get a couple of big one-on-one wins in those types of situations. Don't you just have to trust Clemson in this situation? They're 9-1 against a number of their last 10 bowl games. I think Brent Venables is the key to this game. We saw how Ryan Day really adjusted in the second half against Wisconsin, the Big Ten championship game. But I think Venables, with that secondary and those linebackers, I think he can do a whole bunch of disguising and maybe force Justin Fields to be confused a couple of times in the passing games. I would, if I'm Clemson's defense, I think I would like the matchup between my secondary and Ohio State's receivers, with the hope of not having J.K. Dobbins go off, because Dobbins is probably one of the more underappreciated players in the country, I think, this year. Yeah,
I think if Ohio State has a chance to win the game, or if they're going to win the game, they have to find a way to run the football against that Clemson defense.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.